Hi guys. Hi guys. Hello everybody and welcome back to... I'm Jason. That's Amy. And the fuzzy one here is Freya. And we're bringing you another episode, another review. So please hit those like and subscribe buttons. We talk about a lot of genres, a lot of authors, a lot of books. We really like to focus on...
Use tea for her cold.
We really like to focus on... wait for the other one to drop. Really like to focus on indie authors to give people a chance to read these authors. So today's book, I'm going to talk about 4 things. I'm going to talk about the world, the characters, the plot, and the writing style. And today we're going to talk about Subject 12 by S.W. Douglas. This is an awesome book. I just reread this book. I've read it in the past, but the first time I read it was years and years and years ago. Probably at least 3, 4, 5 years ago. And then I forgot about it because I kept, that's a significant percentage of your young life, and I forgot about it because I kept looking and he never wrote another book. I stumbled across it recently and took a look, and he'd actually written more books, finally, within the same world, and it is just an absolutely fantastic book. So, Subject 12. So, the world. First I'll talk about the world. Now, the world is, a lot of times when it's modern times I say just look out the window, but not exactly. The world is modern times adjacent-ish. Definitely modern times, but modern times as if super powered individuals have been around for a long time. Only this time, unlike a lot of the superhero books like Hero, H period, E period, it's a series, or Wearing the Cape by I think it was Marion Harmon. It's not sunshines and rainbows and utopia. There's not people flying through the sky farting unicorn glitter. It's
no Deadpool.
It's dark. Well, what he does to the unicorn ain't glitter. It's dark. It's noirish almost. Very very black humor at times. So. The world, this particular world, it's, again, superhero-ish. Now, if superheroes have been around for a long time, what kind of effects would they likely have had on the world? So, they talk about things historically within their world, like the equality riots, and things that the heroes have done. Now, one thing that it does touch on, has been touched on by another book by Brandon Sanderson, is that when you really get down to it, if there were actually superpowered people within the world, the upper echelon, the most powerful ones, they could do whatever the hell they wanted.
The boys.
Like they really far beyond that. Brandon Sanderson's book, they actually passed laws saying that the superheroes just do whatever they wanted because you couldn't stop them.
Right. That's true.
So now in this case, of course, you've got your heroes and you've got your villains. Now this book is focused around a villain, but as I was saying, the world. So you've got your heroes guild, although they are a bunch of corrupt, crooked, criminal, murdering, rapist, sadist pieces of crap. The legendary heroes that created them, not so much, but they're all old, they're all retired, and what you have is you have the ultimate power corrupting ultimately. And they just do whatever they want. But, heroes get killed. They have what they call big game hunters, which are norms that are skilled at killing superpowered individuals. And the world also talks a lot about how, it's possible to have a power and the laws of physics still exist. I mean, imagine if you had super speed, nothing else. You only had super speed. You only had the ability to run at the speed of sound. You had no other powers.
I would explode.
Exactly.
The friction.
Your bones would shatter the second you moved.
Or the heat generated from the friction.
Well, and your brain can't process, so you just run right through a wall, except that the wall will probably still be there, and you wouldn't. So you've got your heroes guild, but they're all a bunch of corrupt pieces of junk. Then you've got your villains coalition or something along those lines. I think it's villains coalition. That are just a little bit more out there on how evil they are. Then you've got this hidden, shadowy organization called Alpha Zulu. So we get into characters. Now the characters of this book, the main character, we'll go with his code name, Hammer, which is what he... Now he was a soldier, and the entire thing with him is it's centered around the fact that he was given an experimental super soldier serum by the shadowy organization Alpha Zulu, and then he had escaped from them eventually, faked his own death kind of thing, or kind of tried to, and they're hunting him down. They are chasing
Pretty much
after
the Winter
him.
Soldier.
He is basically God. His power set is, and the things that he can do in this book, he is basically, he's unstoppable. He's probably the most powerful super on the planet. And so Alpha Zulu finally finds him, and they're coming after him. So he goes, of all places, he goes to the Heroes Guild, to his ex-girlfriend who had left Alpha Zulu as well and gone to the Heroes Guild. Goes to her, kills 3 heroes right in the middle of the Heroes Guild headquarters. Ends up being basically arrested, and or not arrested, ends up being captured by his ex-girlfriend actually, and wakes up to find he is imprisoned by basically the original heroes, the old 60 plus year old retired ones. And
the Expendables.
with his power set, except that they are old. I mean, it's one of the things they talk about. Just because you've got super strength doesn't mean you can't get fat and get diabetes.
Captain Starlight.
And yeah, or the Red Guardian in Black Widow movie that you didn't watch.
I did watch it actually. Thank you.
Oh, we finally watched it. So he wakes up with them. And the thing about Subject 12, it's hard to describe why it's such a great book, because it's almost a slice of life. So we'll go into the plot line now. Other characters would be these originals. You've got Hypnotica, although he's not one of the originals, kind of came after. You've got Jackhammer and his wife. Jackhammer is just your typical strong man. His wife is a gravity manipulator. You've got the injured and crippled stretchy guy. That of course the character has to say, yeah, his powers are really fantastic, just because he had to throw that out there because he's the stretchy guy. So that's pretty much what the main part of the book focuses on. So the plot line, it's almost like I was gonna say coming of age, but this guy's old too. It's almost more of a slice of life book. Like you have the overarching plot of he's trying to hide from these guys, but that's not really ever resolved, because the Alpha Zulu is as powerful as the Heroes Guild. It's as powerful as the Villains Coalition. So it's never actually resolved. He more solves a couple of mysteries here, solves another mystery there, solves a bit of corruption here, ends up kind of working for these guys, and that's basically what it is. It's almost like a slice of life of him learning about the original heroes and how they were actually heroic, unlike the current crop, and how he just kind of grows and develops, and more how they kind of come to almost accept him, because while they are the original heroes that actually believe in hero ideals, they're also realistic. They've killed. They'll kill again. They kill in the book just because someone pisses them off. Medieval POS, but still. It doesn't so much have a very minor plot, overarching mystery to it. It's just more of him solving little things, just how his life changes while he's with them. I mean, he's a prisoner, but he's not. And it's absolutely fascinating. As far as the writing style goes, it's incredible. The way the author manages to write this guy's powers, other people's powers, how he puts in limitations based on the laws of physics, how he talks about how some of these things can be done. Yes, there are a few plot holes in it. I mean, this guy's power set is so incredible that realistically nothing should be able to touch him in any way, shape, or form. But that wouldn't put much dramatic tension into it. And then of course, he's being hunted by the Alpha Zulu, but they also send him out alone to go investigate things that are related to the Alpha Zulu. So there's a couple plot holes in there, but overall, I mean, just the way the guy writes, it's definitely darker, written almost from a villain or an anti-hero point of view. I mean, this guy's almost like the Punisher with god-level powers in a way, except that he's more of an antisocial Punisher. He just wants to be left the hell alone. But if you get his way, or he just doesn't like you because you're POS, then you could have an issue. So, yeah, Subject 12 by S.W. Douglas. You guys got to check it out. If you like superhero books, if you like darker books, grimmer books, but still with definitely an element of humor in it, you got to read it. You absolutely have to read it. So please hit the like and subscribe buttons, say hi to our puppy, and we will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye now.
Bye.